Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me?
Not a game. We talking about practice.
We thought they were, and we let them off the hook.
Decide a different league, I'm coming. I'm flat out coming.
It's my quarterback. And if you guys do that, man, it's unfair.
Hello, everyone, and welcome once again to another edition of the Sports Report Podcast. I'm your host, Mr. William D. Morgan. Got a lot to talk about tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, my goodness. Are the Jacksonville Jaguars for real? They got a huge win against the Denver Broncos in Denver, of all places. But first, let me go ahead and bring in my co-host for the evening. As always, and bring my man Seven in. Seven, what's up? How you doing tonight, buddy?
I am doing all right. I'm reeling from the Red Sox trade that they made yesterday. But other than that, you know what? Football season's over. I don't know why we're still talking about it. The only team that matters is out. So, like, why are we wasting time? Like, it doesn't even matter anymore. Because since the Saints aren't playing, why does anybody care? Oh, wait, it's not the Saints. It's the Chiefs. I may or may not have sent a letter to Patrick Mahomes offering my entire ACL. And all I got back was LOL. But, like, hey, I at least tried. You know what? That's how dedicated I am.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my, let me see this real quick. Real fast. So I can do that right. All right. Let me go ahead and bring on everybody else. First, he is stepping in for Ando this evening, but he is now officially a part of the crew. My goodness gracious. I should have done this a long time ago. Rob, what's up, man? How you doing?
I am doing fantastic. I got to say, I'm bummed out about the Chiefs losing to the Titans. As a Jaguar fan, it hurts. And seeing Gardner Minshew get hurt as well. 8 plays between Patrick Mahomes and Gardner Minshew. That sucks. And him being a former Jaguar, it's really painful. But the Jaguars getting the win against the Broncos makes me super happy. And I can't wait to talk about them. I can't wait to talk about them.
Rob.
The better Ando. You're damn right.
It's the twin we like more. The twin we like more. That's for sure.
All right. Y'all. We got some dues. She said she is here to collect her dues. She is here to get her dues, collect her dues.
She gets to talk shit. Bama and the Titans both won. Like, she gets to talk all the shit she wants this week.
They both won.
It doesn't happen very often, but you know what? You get your cake this week, Jory.
They both won. Let me go ahead and bring my man in from the original Player versus Team podcast. Merman John. Hey, John, what's up?
And what's going on, y'all?
Chilling.
What's up, better Ando?
What's up, sir?
I got a feeling. Somebody they're gonna come to blows when he gets home, when he gets off from work. I got a feeling. Let me go ahead and bring in this next gentleman. Honor to have him here from the And1 and Meaty Boys podcast right here on Wide Network. Remain in God E3. What's up, man?
Hey, what's poppin', y'all? Ready to talk some sports. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
What's up now?
All right. Let me see real quick. Liam, how you doing? Welcome to the stream, my friend. Right now it's Jury. We'll tell Jury what's up one more time. Good to have you. My man Kyle is here. Kyle, how you doing? All right.
He's looking for Erica because she wanted to make sure she gets stuck all her shit.
Oh yeah. Jury said Titans win, Bama win, Jake Paul KO. Great weekend. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about a Jake Paul fight. I got a lot to say about that Jake Paul fight. But first, the Jacksonville Jaguars gets a huge win against the Denver Broncos in Denver, 34-20. Rob, you are the resident Jaguars fan. Tell me how that happened.
Defense. They definitely stepped up and they made Bo Nix uncomfortable. And Trevor Lawrence actually stepped up and is trying to play the most consistent ball that he's played. 10 touchdowns in the last 2 weeks. And when you've got an offense that's clicking on all cylinders, it's going to happen. Was I watching that game and waiting for the Jaguars to jag it up? Yes, I was. They play a mile high. They haven't done well playing on the road for a while. So I was optimistic, but at the same time, down 14 points, we've seen the Broncos come back down 19 against the Giants. We've seen them come back numerous times this season. It wasn't over until it was over. So there was plenty of times where I was like, yeah, this game, Denver's coming back. And to see the defense step up, to see them keep playing hard, to see them keep doing it, man, I got a lot of optimism for the Jaguars this season. The only thing I'm worried about is the trap game against the Jets, because we don't know if Aaron Glenn's going to have something for Trevor. And I give Jory some credit as she is a Titans fan and me being a Jags fan. I'm not putting the Titans anywhere higher than anywhere in my lower top 5. The Titans know how to beat the Jaguars too. So Jacksonville controls their own destiny. We're going to see what happens the rest of the season. I am totally stoked for this team, though. I think Liam Cohen is a great coach. And if Trevor can keep his consistency up, there's no stopping that offense.
Then we go to Gardy 3 for a minute. Gardy, have we been sleeping on this team, and how far do you think he realistically can go?
You know what's funny? If you had asked me a couple weeks ago, realistically, I'd been like, they survived wild card weekend. They're probably getting bounced in the second round, but it just feels like a AFC that's wide open. Like, if the Jacksonville Jaguars made a run to the AFC Championship game, it would not surprise me. Especially if, Parker Washington is going to turn into prime Randy Moss out of nowhere. That was a great display. That was a great team win. And that was the kind of game I needed to see. It gives me confidence that as chaotic as the AFC is right now, the Jaguars are legit. They're right in this thing. They can make a run all the way to the Super Bowl, and I wouldn't be surprised.
And as of right now, they control their own destiny. Denver's got a couple of more tough games. New England loses one. Denver loses another one. They all finished 13-4. Jags have got the first overall seed. So it's still open for us for that first round bye, and we haven't had that since 99 when we went 14-2.
Let me go over to you real quick, Seven. Seven, do you think we kind of slid on the Jags? And to further take off that, add to that question, now that you see the Jags doing this, it's kind of funny. The Colts, bad quarterback play. Although I got to give Phillip Rivers credit, he's out there trying. Right now, Jonathan Taylor's being bottled up right now. This is like the perfect time for the Jags to make a move, don't you think?
The Jags, I think, are the team that the dark horse team that nobody really expected, and I don't think that we slept on the Jags. I think that the Jags were being seen as the team that they had given us the evidence that they are. They had to earn where they are getting right now, which is people are starting to take them serious. Because for the last 3 years, we've given Trevor Lawrence a lot of grace and haven't gotten a lot of performance out of it. So as far as I'm concerned, we have seen Jacksonville for exactly what they showed us to be. And now they are showing us that they have more potential. Cohen is looking more and more like a serious coach and less like the awkward guy we saw saying Duval at the start of the season, which was just god awful. He looked like he was confused about what it was, and not a good look. But He's doing it now, and I think that that's important. The question becomes, where do we really think that they can go? And when you look at who they're going to be facing up against, it's not unrealistic to see them as an AFC championship team. But there's so much more potential out of some of the other candidates that I realistically think we could see them, Denver, we could see New England in the AFC championship game. Like those top 3 teams, all 3 are serious contenders. And I don't know when I look at all 3 of those teams that I think that Jacksonville has the outright lead on all 3 of them, because Denver had a bad game, but that's still one of the best defenses in the league. And you know what Sean Payton does with talented quarterbacks like Bo Nix when he gets the shot to go into the playoffs. If he can get Drew Brees to a Super Bowl with that arm that is, great when it's accurate, but wasn't always reliable even then when they won, imagine what he can do with a kid like Bo Nix. So it's, and look at what Drake May is doing in New England. I think that we're seeing Jacksonville for who they are now, but we saw them as what they were then. They had to earn it. But I don't know that they can get past the AFC championship game, because I can't give them a clear favorite over either Denver or New England in a winner-take-all game like that.
No, that's fair. That's fair to say.
Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on. So you guys are telling me Buffalo's not in the picture?
I didn't say Buffalo wasn't in the picture. I think Buffalo and Houston are going to be the more dangerous teams in the AFC wild card. I also like the Chargers too. If the Chargers remain 5, I don't see anybody stopping the Chargers from putting a whooping on the Steelers. Buffalo and Jacksonville, Josh Allen always plays Jacksonville well, and then Houston and New England, that's going to be a hell of a matchup if the playoff holds. Me personally, I think Houston and the Chargers are the teams to watch. Not saying that Buffalo wouldn't be like upset alert in Jacksonville as well. I think this is probably the best AFC playoff picture I've seen, minus Pittsburgh or Baltimore if they somehow come back into it. To me, Pittsburgh, it's just the typical Mike Tomlin, make sure you remain a positive record. We don't want a losing record in Pittsburgh, but I don't see them doing anything in the playoffs. Whoever faces them in the wild card, I think they've got a better chance than Pittsburgh. But I agree with everything that's been said. While Jacksonville's having a great season, you can't count any of these teams out in the AFC. I think every single one of them has a legitimate chance if they play their cards right. And to answer Jory's question, how do I feel about the Colts turning into pumpkins? I was very scared at the beginning of the season for the Colts. I really thought that they had all of the pieces, and one by one, the Jenga board started falling apart. Am I happy that they're losing? Yeah, but I kind of wish it was under different circumstances than everybody getting hurt. Their defense is getting banged up.
Excuse me.
I kind of felt like Daniel Jones was having the best season of his career, even when he was playing for the Giants, which isn't really saying much. But I'm one of those people that I don't have a problem if I lose to that team, and I will give credit where credit is due. I want it to be lost on the field and not lost by unfortunate circumstances at unfortunate time. But that being said, I'm kind of happy they turned into pumpkins.
John, I'm coming to you. What is your opinion on Phillip Rivers getting the start, being chosen by the Colts? But Cam Newton hadn't officially retired yet. And he acted like he was upset that he wasn't called. I see you over there, Guardy. I see you. I'm going to get you. And Cam Newton seems to be like, how come I wasn't picked? And what's your opinion on that?
I get him being a professional athlete. I'll give you both sides. As me looking at him being a professional athlete, he has a right to be offended. He has a right to. I'll say that much. In terms of him, but I mean, when he went to New England, he just didn't do anything. He didn't do no better than Phillip Rivers did his last year.
What you say, running quarterback sweeps, but he was.
But from a fan perspective,
Mm.
I don't see a big difference. Whether they pick Phillip Rivers or whether they call Cam Newton, they would still be in the same boat they in right now. I didn't foresee them calling Phillip Rivers being 44 years old and a grandpa. Hell no. I would have thought they would have tried to call Tom Brady. Like,
I'm sure they
just
did.
saying. I'm just saying. But me sitting here as a fan, like I don't think it would have made a difference. And Cam, like, dude, I get you hadn't officially retired, but ain't you younger than Phillip Rivers and ain't nobody called you. So let that sink in to how people think you are now as an NFL player. I personally just don't see a big deal, him making a big deal out of it. Him being a professional athlete, hell yeah, I had some beef with that. Like, you call this old ass man over me? Like, yo. So I could definitely see that.
I gotta get Gardy on this. Gardy, tell me what you think, bro.
So Cam Newton isn't technically retired, but his arm has been retired since COVID. That's the problem. His arm wasn't that great in his prime. It wasn't accurate. So now now he's offended, but the reality is you want Cam Newton, who once again wasn't an accurate quarterback in his career, didn't have that amazing of an arm talent. His real big talent was he was built like a linebacker and could run through people, and he used that running ability to open up passing lanes, except now he's been out of the league 5 years, would have to rely on that arm talent, which wasn't really up to par when he was playing it, back and even in his prime. He had a strong arm, but it wasn't an accurate one. Like, I get it. You were an MVP of the league at one point. Be offended. I get that. But realistically, yeah, of course the Colts are going to go Phillip Rivers. This is a guy who's made a career out of being surgical and dissecting teams with his arm. Like, even his last year with the Colts, he was still dissecting teams and led them on a playoff run. So, at the end of the day, Cam can be offended. And I understand. At the same time, he's got to be realistic, dog. Like, it's over. Follow your arm and officially retire.
I got to go to 7 on this. 7. Would you take him in KC right now?
Cam Newton?
Yep.
No. You know what? At this point, I think really what Kansas City should do with all the injury issues, let's call Brody Croyle and let's give him another shot.
What the fuck?
Let's just, there's nothing on the line. Let's see if maybe we can get something out of him. Andy Reid is great with quarterbacks. Let's see what we can do.
Oh my God.
Nobody cares about Cam Newton. That dude wears costumes. He needs to be like, I don't know, taking over Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood or something. He is not equipped to be an NFL quarterback. Like, one of the things that people haven't been getting Phillip Rivers credit for, the reason they called him is because he has experience with the OC, so he already knows the offense. Like, it wasn't like they were just like, oh, we'd rather pick this 44-year-old white guy out of this guy in his early 30s that
he
is
has
still
a
in a little
rapport
bit better
with
shape.
The team already.
He walked in already knowing most of the stuff he had to deal with. Like,
I would
call Brady Quinn. There's so many other options that you would call before Cam Newton. It has nothing to do with the fact that he's black or anything like that. It has to do with the fact he's a shitty quarterback.
Dude,
like,
he did really well in Ron Rivera's system in Carolina. I feel like, and they built
that for
really
him.
good at defense.
They
had
built that for him.
You had a great defense in Carolina. Cam Newton was just a great piece in that thing. I don't think Cam Newton would do any better, like, especially now, because how long has it been since he's played? It's been
5 years,
right?
Yeah.
No. The only difference is I feel like Phillip Rivers, that you're right. He knew the offensive coordinator. Phillip Rivers isn't a runner. He's a freaking gunslinger. Like, you're not seeing him getting out of the pocket right now. You're seeing him just, screw it. There's somebody down there and I'll throw the ball. Like, that was, and
that's what they
coming
need.
Out of college, coming out of NC State.
That's what they need.
That was his game. If he was going to run, no, screw that. I got LT, you run. Rivers has always been the
Trey Aikman. You call him Trey Aikman, boy. You call him Trey Aikman, boy.
The fucking shade. Oh my god.
We call it Trey Aikman, boy.
Yeah, no, I would not put.
I'm trying to keep my shade to myself because I was going to say Sam Bradford.
Hey, Romo said he game.
I don't
Tony
think
Romo
Sam
said he
Bradford
game.
would be a terrible pick though. 'Cause
Vince Young.
I don't know about Vince Young, Max Dugan, Johnny. Hell no. No Johnny. There is absolutely no Johnny.
Maybe this will be the motivation that Jamarcus Russell needs to actually be able to study and learn a playbook.
Hell no, bro.
He's still studying those blitz tapes.
Hell no.
He hasn't finished studying the Waffle House menu. How would he study a playbook? No, I will take care of Jamarcus, dude. No.
Oh my God, Jamarcus Russell, boy. Dude,
That's crazy.
Did you watch the tape? Did you watch the tape? Yeah, I watched the tape. What did you see? Oh, it was a good tape. Wasn't nothing on the tape.
Tyrod Taylor, Jimmy G.
Oh my God, Jameis Winston.
Tyrod Taylor is taken.
So is Geminius.
What's Trey Lance doing?
Those
possible.
guys are good backups.
He backing up for the Chargers.
See, I thought, that's what I thought. He was back at Justin Herbert.
All of those guys are
for
good
that.
backups.
Jury, you wrong for that.
God
You
dang.
wrong for that. She said call Joe name.
You might as well call Vinny Testaverde. What the hell?
See if Steve Young wants to come out of retirement. Here, wait. Ultimate solution.
Hey.
Let's get Trent Green out of the booth and back onto the field.
Oh.
Hey, Kansas City, I'd go for
Man.
that. I would
Hey,
go
can
for
call-
that.
Alex Smith, if Alex Smith game for another
That's
round?
what I was going to say.
Hey, call
I
Chris
I think his
Winky.
leg's probably healed enough by now.
Chris Winky.
Call
Oh, snap.
Chris
Oh,
Winky.
hell no. No.
Oh, snap.
He was one and done in his one start as a Panther. No.
Hey,
What
Eric
about
Kramer
Matt-
had a great year for the Bears that 1 year. What's he doing?
What about
Andre-
Matt Leaf? Matt
Andre
Leaf, let's
Ware.
give him a shot.
Right. Matt Lee for
Andre
Ryan
Ware,
Lee.
Tommy
I'm sorry,
Frazier,
Ryan
Jake
Leaf. Yeah, Ryan.
Cutler.
Matt,
Okay, maybe, but
no. Matt Leaf.
Yeah,
He'd have
Jay
Ryan
Cutler. I was about to
Lee
say that.
Matt
Yeah,
Lambert,
call
Ryan
Jay
Leaf.
Cutler.
Oh, Kyle just brought up a good one. He brought up a good one.
Tim. Hey,
You call him
Tebow
Tebow
time in
back?
Indy, man. Tebow. I mean, all those people in
Hey.
Indy need Jesus anyway. Like we can kill two birds with one stone.
We calling Tebow. We calling Tebow back. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Tebow mania, man.
We call
We
it
need more
Tebow,
left-handed
man.
quarterbacks in the league
We
anyway.
calling Tebow, man. Yeah, we do. We calling Tebow. It was said in the chat earlier, Philip Rivers is having a good game, and he is. He's got 2 touchdowns right now, almost 200 yards passing. He doing all right for the 44-year-old.
Right now,
He-
31-20 with the Niners. leading.
What he is doing is getting the ball out of his hands.
He
before
getting the ball
anything
the hell
bad
out
happens.
because he know.
Two jobs.
His drop back is he's doing 2.5 step drop backs. He ain't going 3 steps. He's looking, wow, getting it out of there.
Just chuck it or hand it to Jonathan Taylor. That's his job.
That
Like,
hey,
nope. And that's the thing. But here's the thing. What's funny is somebody mentioned Reverend Jameis Winston earlier. Reverend Winston would actually be able to help keep this team going. Like he could handle that.
he good.
This is actually a situation where he would probably
Damon, I'm not going there with you, sir. I'm not going there with you, sir. No, sir. I'm not putting that comment up there. No, and I'm reporting you to HR.
Damn
I
it,
ain't
Davian.
I ain't doing it.
I'm gonna make you watch
ain't
the
doing
sexual harassment video again.
My brother's in charge of
Oh.
HR. I have no idea what's going on.
No,
Your
I'm in
brother's
charge.
of HR. No, your brother's not in charge of HR.
No, your brother's
No.
not.
No,
Okay.
he's
No,
not.
he spends more time in HR than anybody.
He's the reason HR exists.
Exactly.
Yeah, actually, that's very true. That's
I'm
very
trying
true.
to stay. I'm trying to stay out of HR. That's why I'm trying to be appropriate, y'all.
Yes.
You
Yes. Yes. All right, there's another situation I want to talk about that happened this Sunday. DK Metcalf and that situation with him hitting the fan.
Uncalled for.
what did she say?
He knows
to him?
better.
Oh yeah, and I definitely want to get your guys' opinion on it because you got to be the bigger man. You got to be in that situation. I'm to the point now. I don't care what was said. You got to be the bigger man because no player is bigger than the shield. That's the first thing. Second thing, you got to have thicker skin. If all somebody got to do is say that to you and you go off hinge like that.
First of all, you're right. There's no place in that in the league for it. Second of all, he does that. He needs to do. He does the crime. He needs to do the time. I feel like two game suspension. That's definitely fair. I also feel like if the Steelers make the playoffs, get him out of that game too. Make him really feel it.
The truth of it is, in the modern game, all an athlete has to do is tell a security guard that somebody said some type of whatever it is. It could be a racial term, sexist term, anything that's classified as hate speech. That fan's immediately going to get walked out. And then once the stadium actually investigates and finds out what happened, the fan's just going to get banned. Instead of all of that happening and them never being able to step foot in that stadium again, he made the choice to reach up and slap somebody like he was doing a Chris Brown impression. And now he's losing out on game checks. He's putting himself at civil penalty risk.
Mm-hmm.
I understand as somebody who has been bullied relentlessly, and there are certain terms that if I still hear today, I want to reach out and choke a motherfucker. It's not worth that much money for something like that. There are better ways to handle it.
Guard, I got to come to you, man. What's your thoughts about the situation?
Yeah, I just think that DK's an idiot for that one. I completely agree with that. That's kind of that's what I said, right? Something I said earlier was all you had to do is tell security guard, "Hey, get that guy," and they would have done it.
Yep.
But the reality is, apparently, according to the fan, he called them by his full government name, and DK doesn't like his full government name, and that's what caused the altercation. DK claimed that the fan said slurs
Donkey
at
Kong?
him. Yeah. DK claimed that the fan yelled slurs at him, which, judging by the video they filmed directly behind the fan, I didn't really hear that. But it's one of those things that you couldn't control your temper. You lose out on $555,000 over the next 2 games. And guess what? $40 million of guarantees get voided in your contract because of that. So I hope it was worth it, because honestly, you just look like an absolute moron.
And look, if the Steelers lose their next 2 games, the next couple of games, that's huge.
Mm-hmm.
If they lose the next couple of games, and it's not like their wide receiver room is the best in the world anyway.
It's not.
So
it really isn't.
So it's just stupid, man. To not be there for your teammates over something so trivial.
Considering the fact that the Steelers next week are in Cleveland, which Shador shows up, that could be a rough one. And then they've got Baltimore again, week 18.
And that's all right. And both of those games are rivalry games, so they can go either way. John, let me ask you this. Is it the league responsibility to provide better protection for these players from the fans?
It is, but at the same time, I mean, the fan was where he or she was supposed to be. I thought it was a she, right? Was it a woman he reached up and grabbed?
It was a he wearing a blue wig.
It was a guy.
Yeah, it was a guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, guys. Never mind. I'm gonna shut up before I get reported to HR.
You're all right. You're not in my office enough for me to be on short list.
Yeah, but where I was about to go with it was, But exactly. Now y'all gotta get where I'm going.
We got you.
I mean, y'all all stated it. Like, this particular situation, the fan was where he was supposed to be. He didn't he didn't come down there to where DK was. He didn't, he used words. And do words hurt? Hell yeah, they could. But not $40 million worth.
You ain't lying.
How much you say? 500? I mean,
555,000.
555. Yeah. They don't hurt that bad. They don't hurt that bad. I don't care. Somebody call me a pussy, a bitch, whatever. You think hey, how you doing? You have a nice day.
Look,
thank you for the compliment. I'll do that for you.
Everybody got something called bills. These little paper things you get in the mail called bills. And I be doggone if I'm gonna let somebody give me out my money so I can pay my bills. I don't give a doggone.
That much money.
Yeah,
now, if somebody money. We've all working day. If somebody else with a day job said something like that to me, then we got a problem. I'm cool. As long as my child not with me, I'm cool. But other than that, man, no. Hell no.
The whole scenario just shocked me when I heard it. it just shot me. And you know, like I say, these players got to show some type of maturity. How old is DK? 20 what?
28, I think.
28, 20.
Yeah,
right.
he's somewhere in there.
I need to look, I'll tell you. I think he's about 28, yeah. Yeah, he's
28 years old. He actually
just
turned 28
a week ago. Yeah, he just turned 28 like a week ago.
Maybe he assumed he was still 27 and that was acceptable for him to do.
That's the cutoff. If you're 28 in a day, you can't do that. 27 and 364 days, you can slap a motherfucker in spot.
Yeah,
DK,
I'm still young enough.
DK, you got to know
Hey,
better,
I didn't
man.
know any better. 28 years old. Oh, I'm a sophisticated young man.
What
now.
is
I
his
know
real
it.
name, by the way?
What is his real name?
I just called
I
him
don't
Donkey Kong.
Oh, wait, hold on.
DeKalin
Zacchaeus Zechariah Metcalf.
Yep.
I guess I'll be mad if somebody call
Caleb?
me that too. I'd be mad for being
Yeah.
named that shit. I'll be mad as hell. Mama, your ass was drunk when you
Caleb?
named me. What the hell going on?
Man,
Damn.
that name's so messed up. The substitute Mr. Garvey
Just
would mess
he
it up.
combined some
Yeah.
King James Version Bible script.
Actually, he probably would he probably
Jeez.
would pronounce it DeKalin because it's like DK-Lin. He'd probably pronounce that
DeKalin.
right.
DeKalin.
DeKalin.
You better be
Or
here,
no,
boy.
he'd say
DeKalin.
Declan. He'd say
Declan.
Declan. I bet you anything he
Declan.
would say Declan.
Yep. Declan. Is there Declan here? Boy.
You better be deaf, mute, or dead.
Deaf, mute, or dead, boy. Go to
Here.
Mr. Shaggle
Oh,
Sonic,
boy.
Shaggle Honnessy office.
Who?
Oh
Oh, Shaq
man,
Hennessy's office.
Oh,
Oh,
there it
Principal
is. Oh, Shag
O'Shaughnessy?
Hennessy office. Yeah.
Man, get your ass out of here.
Get your ass
Insubordinate.
out of here.
And churlish.
You churlish. Just churlish. Gardy, man, am I looking at this right? The Falcons got their second win in a row. They beat the Arizona Cardinals 26 to 19.
first cousin.
What's going on?
First cousin.
How are they winning these games all of a sudden?
I mean, isn't that just the most Falcons thing to do? Like, completely mess up your entire season, and right when the playoffs are out of reach and you're eliminated, let's go on like a 3-game winning streak at the end of the year to mess with our draft positioning. We're seeing that with the Falcons, and it's so weird. Like, they're such a bad team, but all of a sudden, like, when they're out of the playoffs, they've just turned into the 07 Patriots, and it's the most terrific thing ever. I love it. They're still not a good team, but hey, you know what? Way to end the year strong, boys.
What is
The Kings
of
garbage time.
400, Alex?
My team doing the same exact thing, bro. Same thing.
My thing is like I understand the Saints are not a great team. I've always liked Kellen Moore though, and I think he got a short end of the stick taking the coaching job for the Saints this year. But man, I feel like the Saints are on the right track with what is it? Shaw? Is that his name? Shaw?
Yeah.
And I kind of want to see how the rest of the season plays out. I don't want to see him get fired. I like what they're doing in New Orleans now that they're actually winning a couple of games. Yeah, they won against the Jets, which whoop-de-doo, but
He ain't
You know
getting
my
fired
problem
this
is.
year.
You know what my problem is being the Saints. You know what my problem is. You were number 2 going into the draft. You had the second pick going into the draft. All of a sudden, you want to win these games. Now you're down to 6.
So
That make a difference.
I think the situation between the Saints and the Falcons are slightly different because they're doing the same thing, but it's not really the same thing.
Right.
The Falcons are just annoying doing this because you're looking at a team that's underperformed for years, and you look at a coach and you're like, you want to establish a winning culture, and then you look at the Falcons coach and you're like, well, never mind. Raheem Morris is absolutely awful at his job. He's getting fired anyway at the end of the season.
Oh, he laned up. Yeah.
The Saints, when you have a new coach and all that young talent, you want to establish a winning culture. So I think it's important for them to win some of these games at the end of the year. And they've been fighting and competitive the entire year. So
they have been in most of the games that they've played.
But look, you could be fighting and competitive, but still have that number 2 draft pick.
Yeah, true, but
I mean, I'm just saying.
Hey,
I mean, don't get me wrong. And I get what you coming, from, Gardy, because for a Saints fan, you do want to see progress. You do want to see that, but at the same point, you do need that superstar. And
you want that draft pick.
And see, people are telling me that, and I'll call out some shows. Chat Sports, for example. We don't need a quarterback. We can build around Tyler Shuck. Here's my problem. The Saints are saddled with the worst. The Saints have the worst GM in football.
Yep.
The worst GM in football. And as long as you got that anchor tied to your franchise, I don't care what quarterback you got. Yeah, you might win a few games here and there that are meaningless, but until you finally go into a full rebuild and get you some talent and stop drafting offensive linemen in the first freaking round. Because I told everybody, and Gene can attest to this. Gene from Water Wire can attest to this. I said, everybody, we need to get Shador. We need to get Shador. And what we end up doing, Kevin Banks? Ain't getting nothing against Kevin Banks. Fine player, fine young player, gonna be good on the offensive line. But no, we need some star power. And as long as Mickey Lewis is tied to that franchise, I think it's doomed. Wait, Spencer Rattler actually knows how to play football. He'll freeze over. Could be worse. Could be the Browns playing every quarterback under the sun. You think he's still paying attention? Damn.
Wow, that's like deep cut there. 99, man.
That's who the Colts should have called.
It took them getting eliminated for Kyle Pitts to look like contract year Julius Randle. Oh my goodness.
Was Kyle Pitts still worth the 8th overall pick? I don't think so.
No.
You
know what's funny though, Will? And this might be a hot take. I think the Saints did fine. If you got Calvin Banks, a potential anchor on your offensive line, and Tyler Shuck continues to play at the level that he has, I mean, that actually just might long run might end up being better than Shador. Because guess what? 2027 apparently is a stronger, quarterback class. So if you really don't buy into Shador, compete this year, do what you can next year, and either
come out in 27.
Tank in 27 or trade some picks to get your quarterback in 27.
Right. The Saints are a serious organization when the owner has the GM job and they will. Damn. My thing is, I just make that man. You brought this up to me, Seven. Is it the fact that he has to have a job with the Saints organization, or does he have to be the GM in that organization? Do you remember which one it was?
He has to be employed in the organization until he voluntarily retires. And that's the thing. Like if I'm the owner, if I'm the family that's running it now, guess what? You're going to be a special advisor. We'll call you when we need you. Because I'd rather give him $1 million a year to go the fuck away than continue to tank this team, tank the value, and make it hard to actually have a product that you can even just sell.
Yeah.
To just sell the team to somebody who wants to invest in the city of New Orleans. You got to get him out of there.
Yeah,
that's the only solution. You've got to get him out of there before you're going to find success.
There's no positivity, in my opinion, with that team until you get him out of there. Once you get him out of there, then we can definitely see what we can do. Moving on down the turnpike to some other games this weekend. We got the Dallas Cowboys getting doubled up on 34-17. Can we tell all these Dallas fans just to shut the hell up now? Can we tell them that?
They're not going to listen.
Yeah, 'cause it's still their year. It's still their year. Jerry Jones. Our season was underwhelming. Duh. Like you're 6-8-1 Like, okay, and I had a conversation
they never
with
lost.
my coworkers. Never lost. I had a conversation with my coworker on this. If they had a competent defense, Dallas would probably be 10-5, 11-4 right now.
You know who would have made defense. You know who would have made Dallas a lot better this year?
I'm gonna guess he wore number 11, and his last
Micah
name was
Parsons. He would have made a huge impact on that defense this year.
Oh yeah.
Well, how's Micah Parsons doing this year, Gardy? How's he doing?
Sacks.
Yeah, obviously before he went down with the knee injury, he was by far the best player on our defense and arguably like the second best defensive player in the league behind Garrett.
You saw Michael Harvey. You think he would shut up? He probably still beating that trash can. Damn.
Damn. That's awesome.
Damn.
That's
But Carter,
great.
let me ask you this. Can that defense rally around that injury and still be a productive defense? Or are they already cooked?
No, I think the Packers defense showed that they can rally around and still be productive. I thought they played great against the Bears game outside of the last 2 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And even then, that's just them kind of running out of gas because they were on the field a lot in that second half, especially in that fourth quarter.
Yeah.
But no, I think the defense still has a lot of talent. There's one guy I think we definitely need to move on from in the offseason. I need to get Rashawn Gary off my team. And
That's fair.
But yeah, I think
Very
this
fair.
defense will rally, and I still think we'll be competitive in these games. Just the margin for error just got a lot more razor thin compared to what we had, Micah.
Do we have any type of an update on Jordan Love?
It's still in concussion protocol.
Okay.
I would expect him to miss at least this week. I think that's pretty reasonable. And if playing next week isn't going to make a huge difference in what they're going to look at in the postseason, he's not playing until the wild card game.
Well, here's the thing: they just need to win one game. This week they're playing the Ravens, and then the week after that they've got the Vikings. If they're going to sit Love out for the Ravens game, and if they're going to play him, I would say that the Packers have a better chance of beating the Vikings than they do the Ravens. But if the Lions
They can beat the Ravens
lose,
without him, though.
what was that?
They can beat the Ravens without him, though.
No, they could. And with Lamar Jackson not being there and Snoop Huntley playing, I don't see the Ravens doing anything offensively unless they give the freaking ball to Derrick Henry. But obviously,
We all know Todd Monken's not going to call that, so we don't have to worry about it.
No, he ain't gonna call it.
But
Willis
then
versus Huntley.
the
Shoot,
Lions
Lamar Jackson went down last night, so
and then the
Yeah.
Lions have to play the Bears week 18, and I like the Lions. I don't see them beating the Bears. So it's Green Bay's to lose and Detroit's to win.
Speaking of the Lions, I got a question for you guys. What is going on with the Lions this year? Why are they such an inconsistent team? What's Dan Campbell's a great coach and there's a lot of talent on that roster. Where is the issue?
I think he's taking too many chances. Obviously, okay, so the offensive pass interference at the end of the game against the Steelers last week or yesterday, that could have gone either way. Yes, Amon-Ra St. Brown definitely pushed off. He definitely got enough room there. That he should have lost that game. I feel like instead of them being more conservative, they just took one too many chances this season, and those chances piled up. That offense has been really good. The defense with Aiden Hutchinson back has been consistent. But when you're giving the other team short field, when you're going for it on 4th and 1 on the 50, instead of just taking your chance with the long game and seeing if your defense can do better than that, the Lions, I feel, are a good team. They just took too many chances in too many games, and they've lost them.
It also feels like that they've, on top of because I completely agree with everything you said, and they like to play a physical brand of football, and that physically catches up with you. They had a lot of injuries to the offensive line, got so bad. Frank Ragnow tried to come out of retirement, and it turns out he somehow had a grade 3 hamstring tear coming off the couch, and the secondary's just cooked.
Yeah.
With
I was
injuries,
about to say their defense is not that their defense is bad as a whole, but they definitely giving up way more points than they did.
Oh yeah, that back end has been terrible.
In the losses that they've taken, they've given up more points. So
that back end on that defense has been terrible. I also think in certain situations you've gone away from your bell cow in Montgomery. I think they've gone away from him a little bit too much and given it to Jahmyr Gibbs, who was an incredible running back. Don't get me wrong. But when
you're called Sonic and Knuckles for a reason, bro.
Right. When you need that tough yard, When you need that tough yard, you give it to Montgomery. The run between the tackles. I can see Jahmyr Gibbs as more of the outside guy, a guy who can beat the angles.
Yeah, you let him get up to speed, and he's going to be able to move around. You need, but you need Montgomery to be that one to crack open the middle of the line and get through.
Yep,
Absolutely.
Yep. And I just
John,
think they've gone a little too much away from it. Go ahead, Simon.
I was going to say, John, did you see anything else with the Lions?
Oh no. Like mainly, like I said, that the defense gives up more points than they normally do. And like y'all brought up all the right points there. That physicality, that it take a toll on you. And Jared Goff ain't quite the same either, if I'm being honest.
No.
Revert back to that.
I also feel like
that Ram Jared Goff a little bit.
You also have to realize Jared Goff had to relearn everything with a different offensive coordinator. So yeah, he's not going to be the same, but I kind of feel like the Lions will bounce back next year just with more time to get everything situated. You didn't know what you were expecting. And while I do feel like they've underachieved, I mean, hell, you're 8-7, you're still doing good this season. You might not make the playoffs, but again, I feel like it comes back to Campbell just took one too many chances this season.
Yeah, and I think they definitely will bounce back. You're looking at a Lions team who still PFF has them ranked as the second best offense in the NFL. They're still an elite offense, and now the one benefit is next year they get a fourth place schedule.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
this could very well work. Or sorry, third place.
Schedule. But no, you're right. You're right.
Third place schedule. That's going to really benefit them.
Oh yeah. Let me get thoughts on the game from the other night. We got the Seahawks over the LA Rams 38-37. Let me get some thoughts. Let me start with you, Gardy. What you think about that game?
Oh, that was a ton of fun to watch. I loved every minute of that game, and all the credit in the world for them going for the win in the end. Go for two, go for the win, don't play to tie. I love what the Seahawks are doing. It was a quality win. Sam Darnold looks terrific, and to me, I'm looking, I think the Seahawks are going to be a dangerous team coming into the postseason. They're going to have the offensive player of the year most likely in Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Yeah.
On the Rams side, I feel like it was also kind of just it was an off game for both defenses. Stafford at the same game showed why he's an MVP candidate. He elevated the offense and everybody around him, and it took an absolutely the Seahawks playing out of their minds to, beat them by a point. So overall, just a fantastic game by both teams. It's one of those games where unfortunately there has to be a loser.
Let's also not forget there was no Devontae Adams in this game either from Matthew Stafford, and he still had the game that he had. So kudos to him. John, any thoughts about this game?
I'm mad. I decided to be an old man and fall asleep. But I definitely woke up and saw the ending. Wildest 2-point conversion I've ever seen in my life.
It was crazy. It was crazy.
Yeah.
What you thinking, Rob?
The Rams are the first team to lose an overtime game after scoring a touchdown. That's probably the biggest take back I take from that. Both teams are fabulous. Both teams are still heading into the playoffs. On my note, I wrote down, and I still seriously believe this as I was writing this before the podcast started. I feel like the road for the NFC championships is going through Seattle, and I think Seattle's the best team. I think right now they have all the pieces clicking together. Sam Darnold is playing out of his mind. As long as he doesn't go back to Jets Darnold, Mono Darnold, or I'm seeing Ghost Darnold in the playoffs, I think the Seahawks are.
When did he see Ghost?
When he was with the Jets.
No, he was with the Patriots. And the biggest one, and this is why I remember this, they were fighting for the number one pick between the Jets and the Jaguars. And after that game, they were saying Darnold was seeing ghosts because that was a game that the Jets needed to win and they lost.
Well, because saw ghosts versus the Rams too.
Yeah. So I feel like if Sam Darnold can stay consistent and that defense continues to push through, there's nothing stopping the Seahawks. I think seriously they are the best team in the NFC.
I would love to see the Seahawks and the Jaguars in the Super Bowl, even though I know it's not going to happen.
Okay, I don't think it's going to happen either. And
I'm just saying I would love to see it. That's all.
I grew up in Washington. I have respect for the Seahawks, and my stepmom is a Seahawks fan too. I would not be able to look at her if the Seahawks and Jaguars went to the Super Bowl.
He's seeing goes to Chad Pennington.
I still think he's the best quarterback the Jets have had.
He sees ghosts.
I mean,
Triple H sees colors.
Was Sam Darnold seeing ghosts, or was he just seeing some of Mark Sanchez's other victims? Like, is it possible?
Dang,
that's
man.
really what it was?
It was the ghost of the butt fumble. Was that?
Yeah. But
is that what he's on?
Goodness.
I said before the start of the season, the Vikings should have kept Sam Darnold.
You did.
We should have.
And
we should have,
because he looked a whole lot better last year, and with the Seahawks, he has looked really, really
he's
good.
Looked the exact same.
Yeah, he's looked really good, but we can't forget about the fact that Matt Stafford threw for under 450 yards in that game. Puka Nacua had 225 yards the same day that his brother was caught stealing a car. Like, those boys move fast. Like that's clearly what's going on here. And I think that it's like there's still a lot of talent on that team. I think the Rams make some noise. I think Matt Stafford is definitely the MVP favorite for a reason. But I still think I would in the playoffs I would still take the Seahawks over the Rams.
Man, it was a crazy football day on Sunday. We've still got a crazy game going on right now. 49ers up on the Indianapolis Colts 34-27.
And Phillip Rivers looks better than Cam Newton would have ever done right now in this game.
Yep.
Looks like Niners are in the red zone too.
Oh yeah.
But the Colts defense can't stop a damn stop sign. Like, they can't guard shit.
Yeah, that's why they're not going to go very far in the postseason. You could have a great offense with a talented quarterback, but if your defense can't stop a glass of water, just go home. Just go home.
We got
get to Cancun, get ready for next year.
Yep.
Get ready for next year. Tony C, what's up, man? Salute to you, man. Salute to you, bro.
What's up, buddy?
Good to have you. Good to have you part of the stream tonight. Let's move on over to the NBA real quick. During this young season, any surprises you guys want to talk about? Mine is the fact that the OKC Thunder are playing to avoid losing 3 out of the last 4 games right now. They're up on the Grizzlies 67-54. What's going on with OKC?
They're exhausted from winning all the fucking time. They're 25-3. There's nothing wrong with them.
I think it's just trying to integrate J-Dub back into the team, which obviously it sounds like an easy feat. You know, he played all last year, but you're talking about a guy who's getting off to a slow start. He's got to find his rhythm.
He missed 19 games?
Yeah, he's going to come in let's say 12 shots a night. That's going to mess with everybody else's rhythm that they were in. So,
oh my goodness. Oh my, that was Damon. You wrong for that, man. Coach looking like the boy. You wrong for that, man. Oh, and you wrong for that, bro. Oh, she ain't even here to defend herself, bro.
Dang,
just rude.
Speaking of, he just got home, so he's probably gonna come invade our space here in a minute, which I don't mind.
NFL Coach of the Year, guys. I know who it ain't. Raheem Morris. It ain't you.
No. See, for me, I kind of feel like it would be. Let me take a look at this game.
It's got to be Vrabel.
See, I would say Vrabel or Cohen, but I'm also being biased towards Cohen because Jags.
Cohen is one of the final 3. He's one of the main nominees, but it's got to be Vrabel.
I would also go for Ben Johnson.
Yeah.
And I think Ben Johnson's second. I think it's Vrabel, Ben Johnson, and then Liam Cohen.
Yeah, I can go with that.
You know what? I honestly, I'll pick Liam Cohen. It's here's the okay, obviously the Patriots weren't very good last year. Vrabel came in, and what he's done has been super impressive. Man, I just can't get over the fact okay, Drake May showed flashes. They at least showed flashes. The Jaguars just kind of showed flashes of mediocrity. The Patriots showed some flashes between Drake May of actually being a competent team this year. So, to me, it feels like the more surprising leap, which might help them narrative-wise, is going to be Liam Cohen.
That was a backhanded compliment, like crazy.
Can Sharon Moore win Coach of the Year in the NFL? Because I think he would be a solid candidate.
He should win.
Hold on.
Prison League Coach of the Year.
Wait a minute. Can Mike McDonald get some love?
Yeah, Mike McDonald's done a really good job in Seattle, dude.
He can get some love.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, if he was a finalist for Coach of the Year, I wouldn't be surprised.
Either.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: it's not over yet.
Oh my God!
The Panthers still have a chance to screw it up. They've got the Seahawks, and then who do they got? Week 18. Week 18, they still got the Bucks. So, I mean, I like Dave Canales, but I don't know if he's Coach of the Year material. If he can do the same thing next year, then maybe I would say it. But right now, the Panthers are impressive, but they still have the Bucks, and they still have to try to do one more solid game against the Seahawks.
They're good. We got Baker Mayfield doing his best 9 impersonation down the stretch. Panthers are all right.
Real quick.
We got Ando here, guys. Like I said, Urban Meyer Award Coach of the Year. Hell no.
Urban
Meyer
the
kicker of the year.
Urban Meyer is the kicker of the year, guys. That's the kicker of the year award is the Urban Meyer Award.
Douchebag of the year. The better Ando? Really? The better Ando? Yep.
Real quick, guys. What's up, Ando?
Guys, hold on. Well, no. I need you to click on this window right here, sir.
Wait a minute. Is that a Patriots jersey?
That's a Patriots jersey,
right
yeah.
Cool. Is it that one there?
I don't want to tell you what that sounds like.
You ain't lying.
Well, I mean, we know what kind of weird shit he's into. So
Keep talking shit about the Chiefs.
If the twin chokes out another twin, isn't that genetically like he's choking himself out?
Damn. Before we go, I did want to get
very sorry about that, guys. Very sorry about that.
No.
We all worked out our issues. We're cool. John, you kick ass. Gardy, nice to see you. Seven, you always are an awesome dude. And Will, I got nothing but love for you, bro. Enjoy the show.
Bro.
I will take out.
Appreciate it, bro. Before we get out of here, I do want to get thoughts from each and every one of you about the gambling situation in the NBA.
God damn it, Kyle.
Xbox After Dark's cheek clapping. No, there was no cheeks clapping. All right, we're not even at After Dark yet. Knock it off. All right, this is a different After Dark with the better Ando.
Oh,
I didn't say anything. I just try to keep it,
Oh, man.
We're keeping it PG, guys. We're keeping it PG.
But real quick, I do want to get quick thoughts on this whole gambling situation going on in the NBA. Gardy, let me start with you. What's your thoughts on this gambling situation in the NBA?
At the end of the day, it's always unfortunate. It's a situation you never want to have. That being said, FBI, here Doc Rivers is gambling on games. Please investigate that man and get him off my team immediately. But
Seven, your thoughts on gambling in the NBA?
I mean, we've already talked about this. Athletes know from day one you're not supposed to gamble on your own sport. You're not supposed to gamble on any sport at a team facility. It's not fucking hard. I don't feel bad for these guys. And what frustrates me is people saying that sports betting is the problem. Sports betting is not the problem. These guys being dumb enough to risk the bag for 20 fucking grand is the dumbest shit imaginable. Because and I think what it is because so many athletes, they come from, especially in basketball, they come from difficult situations where they don't have as much of a grasp as big sums of money as somebody who was raised in an affluent situation.
I'll try one in a bit.
And so while they've got $50 million in the bank, When somebody says here you can make 20 grand, there's something that's still clicking that says 20 grand is a lot of money. When to them, it's really not a lot of money. It's like $20. And so they're risking that for that sum. And it makes no fucking sense to us because we're on the outside looking in. But them, they're not really, they've lost sight of that bigger picture sometimes. Now, some of them, that's just outright greed. But I think some of them just don't realize, yes, that 20 grand is a lot of money, but it's not a lot of money to someone like you who has 50 million in the bank.
Right.
And it frustrates me that people blame sports betting for that. Caesars isn't out here telling anybody to throw a game or telling Cleveland Guardians pitchers to throw a strike or to throw a ball in the first pitch of the inning so that they can get that money back from the books that on that prop bet. Like, that's not sports bets, sports books that are doing that. That's people's stupidity and greed. And it frustrates me when people blame sports betting for something that is the fault of stupidity, not sports betting.
Rob, what you thinking, man?
See, I don't know too much about that. I haven't followed the NBA for a long time. I'm just catching up on it right now. The only thing that I can say is if you play stupid games, you're going to win stupid prizes. Now, we've seen this happen. We've seen this play out before. Pete Rose got banned for doing gambling on that. He got caught. It was stupid. People are going to do stupid things. They're going to bet whenever they want to bet. And for me, I don't do that much gambling because I don't have the money to do that. I know that other people, they're like, oh, that's going to be a quick way to get rich real quick. But you got to, to me, you're acting stupid if you're betting on the sports, because then that takes the fun away of the game. Because now you're just hoping things go your way. And if it doesn't, you're out instead of just, hey, I'm just watching this sport just for the fun of it. That's my take on it.
John, any thoughts on sports gambling in the NBA?
Man, it ain't just the NBA. If you want to gamble, period, take your stinking ass to Vegas and gamble all your goddamn money away. It's better than going to jail for it. Like, bro, what are you thinking? There's legal ways for you to gamble, and you still don't do it. You choose to go bet on your own damn sport where you already making millions and millions.
Yep.
To quote The Rock, the great one. Bro, why? Why? Matter of fact, go bet on a wrestling match. How about that?
There
Shit.
you go.
Those are already fixed. They know who's gonna win before it's over. we just love the goddamn theatrics.
Scripted.
There you go.
I got it.
There you go, Ando number 2.
Okay.
Hey, man.
Look, and if you're going to bet as a fan, be smart about it.
Right.
Look, I saw a video before, I hopped on here. Somebody approached DeJounte Murray and said, "Man, you didn't hit my over." And my first thought was, if you're betting overs on 2025 DeJounte Murray, dog, you just got to call the number. Because you got a problem at that point.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Because you're just stupid.
You're stupid for you stupid for it.
It's like betting the over-under that Cam's going to throw for more than 40 yards this week.
Oh my goodness. Oh, we got one more question and we'll jump on out of here. Speaking of money in basketball, what's your thoughts on Rockets buying out the Canadian Suns? And do you think it would help WNBA and the CBA if NBA teams bought out WNBA teams?
Every NBA team, there should be a WNBA team that plays in that same arena. They're in the offseason. It's better for basketball. The talent pool is there. The fact that it's not already a thing makes no fucking sense to me. I watched it work in Phoenix since I was a kid. I've been going to Mercury games since I was a kid. I remember watching Lisa Lobo and Lisa Leslie and all those other Rebecca Lobo and Lisa Leslie when I was a kid. Yeah. And in seeing that the support is there, but for some reason you don't have teams in every NBA market. The basketball market is there. You've proven it. Why are you not cashing in on that?
See, I never thought of it like that, Seven. That's actually a really good point. You could have enough teams in the league playing on, having all of that, and with it not taking the same time as the dude. That's a legitimate idea, dude. I like that.
I love that, man. I don't bring it up
thinking
enough.
Outside the box.
Yeah.
I knew someone put 150 on Ben Simmons getting over 18 points every game. No joke. I was like, time
Just
to
call
get
the
an
number.
A. Yeah, just call the number. Just
The
call
Michael
number.
the Michael Jordan meme. Stop it. Get help.
Good for the Rockets. The Sun play at a casino. This is true. Oh, bring back the Houston Comets. Hey,
See,
I'm
I
down
like
for
the
that.
Houston Comets.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm down
Yeah.
for that.
Bring back the Sparks. Like, bro, like, 'cause
Wait,
I
the
don't have no
Sparks aren't
team here in
around?
North Carolina. No,
The LA Sparks aren't around.
not the Sparks. I'm sorry.
Oh, wait.
The team we had in Charlotte. Lord, their name escaping my brain right now. But
Let me check for you real quick.
Say, I'd love it if they brought back the Milwaukee Doe.
Don Staley played for him. Like, bro, we had a squad here and they're gone.
Yeah.
We don't have them no more.
Charlotte Sting.
Sting, there we go.
You know how it is with these CBA negotiations. They're always just going to get nasty.
Edwards, be lucky I'm not on the cast.
Unfortunately, the challenge with the CBA with the WNBA at the end of the day, though, is so obviously they always talk about percentage of revenue they want, right? Well, a lot of people I don't think know that the WNBA is owned by the WNBA, the NBA, and I think it's about 18% is owned by like private investors. It got sold off to them in like 2022 in that time frame. So a lot of the times the books get a little murky. Not everybody's on the same page. You want revenue sharing, but now you got to figure it out not only with the WNBA, but the NBA and these private investors. So this was always going to be complicated and a little bit nasty and really confusing.
All right. Go ahead, John.
I was about to say, I've been saying it, but like all these NBA players with all of this goddamn money, they can invest in the same teams and put them in their own state enough to where they're making money and these women are making enough money.
Right.
I get it's great they're getting more than what they were, but like I said before, some of the women were still working 2 jobs, but and I love that they're getting sports deals, at least the people, the Asia Wilsons and whoever else, they're getting bigger brand deals for themselves, but they at least need to all be making over $1 million. Like, I don't care.
Oh yeah, I agree. All right, let's go ahead and get on out of here tonight. I want to say a quick thank you to everybody on the panel. Thank you for Gardy for being here tonight. Rob, we appreciate you coming in for Ando. You're more than welcome to come on anytime. John, Seven, appreciate you guys.
Always.
And don't forget, guys, to check out all the fine shows here on Wide Network. I'm William D. Morgan. I'll see you next week.
Bye, everybody.
Peace.